Hi guys, it's Alec here, and I'm at my outdoor gym here at my house in Pretoria, South Africa, and it's turning, summer's turning, or summer is coming again for us here in the southern hemisphere. It's very cool, so it's nice being outdoors. Although I'm used to it now with my outdoor gym, I'm going to spend some time just a little bit of giving you a little bit of a more technical a know-how and knowledge as to how you can use resistance bands on our column systems. Okay, so here at the back I've got, starting with a blank canvas, so we've got two columns. By the way, they can either work together or they can work separately. So you can either have a single column system or double column system like this. So these are blank columns at this stage, and they're spaced 1.1 meters wide on the inside, and each column is about 100 millimeters wide, meaning that on the outside they're about 1.3 meters apart, just for you to have an indication as to your wall space. And they are 2.15 meters high. All right, so cool. Let me start with some resistance bands. So this is what we know as a loop. This is a resistance band, and you get different thicknesses from 1/2 inch up to 3 inches, 4 inches thick. So I would say, this is a 1-inch band by a brand of the name of Sank band. It's a Malaysian band. It's a phenomenal brand. It's, in my opinion, the best resistance bands in the world that I've ever come to deal with, and I've dealt with many. So anyway, this is a phenomenal tool, and it actually gives you a extremely wide range of exercises. I'm going to show you that now here on our column system. So firstly, I'm going to hold on to these for a moment. I'm going to first start packing them. So these are our plus bars, okay? So they no longer look like plus bars. They used to look like a plus bar. They had a little bar in the middle, which made them look like a plus, and that's why we call it a plus bar. But ultimately, it's a mounting point, and you're going to use these for your resistance band mounting points. So each of them go with a stopper. Because it's a shelving system, they hook in, and because they hook in, they can obviously come out again if you put upwards force on them. So what we do with them, we actually either put in what we call a security bracket. The secured bracket is also there for security. It's got a little lock there, or hole for a lock, and we put them in at the top. We just slide them in over it. So I'm going to do this over there on the top position, slide it in. Other one here. Okay, now I'm going to take two of the plus bar XLs, XL just for extended length. They're just more than double the length of the others, so they can bring you a little bit further away from the wall if you want to do resistance band work and you don't want to be too close to the wall, because it can kind of hamper you if you do a squat and your bum hits the wall. I'm going to put them at the bottom, and this is called a stop-it bracket. The other one is secured bracket. These are silver components. They slide in at the top. Right, okay, so now we have mounting points. Okay, now we're going to start actually placing the resistance band. So I've got many here. We've got like 4 or 5 here, okay? And let me show you how you make a resistance band block first of all. Okay, so you want, resistance bands are quite phenomenal because they can go in any direction, whilst weights only go in one dimension, which is down to the earth. Because of the pull of gravity, resistance they're almost weightless, but they are resistant. So wherever you mount it from that point, it actually pulls you back. So let me show you guys. So let me do this block. And first of all, I'm going to span one from here over and across to here. Okay, now I have the ability to go up, and I have the ability to go out, away from the wall. Now I'm going to span one at the top there. You know what? Let me take red and red rather, so it looks cooler. There. and there. Okay, now I can go down and still out. Okay, now I'm going to span a block. Check this now. I'm going to take the two orange ones. Okay, this red one can just for a moment be there. Okay, and I'm going to quickly take this one just off, and check now. Over and under. And I can put this one back. And on the other side, same here, under and over. And put this one back. Okay, now I've got a block that I'm actually standing within. So the cool thing about this is check how much versatility I have. For instance, if I want to do a bicep curl, I can pick up from here and I can do a bicep curl. If I want to do simulated dumbbells, I take one in the one hand, one in the other hand, and I can do, whoa, this is extremely tough. So, much tougher than you think. Let's try the other hand. My right hand is stronger. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, so you can see now how you can do simulated bicep curls, but like a dumbbell simulation. If I want to do tricep pullovers, I can literally take these and do a tricep pullover. Can do a tricep push down. Okay, I can even do a kind of like a bench press simulation. Also do that one in each hand, like that, and do a press, do a tricep. Right, I can also do a squat, front squat, pick it up, back squat, put it over. Okay, if it's not heavy enough, you can take both of them. They can actually stretch that far. And go. Okay, and then nicely put it down. What's nice about the bands, I think, it's most heavy when you're at the top, but when you bend down completely into that, you know, that crown, or that low position, you as one person can actually take it off easily. Whilst if you squat very heavily, it's quite difficult to take off. Then you have to have a specific squat rack, etc. All right, then what's nice about these on the side, check how you can actually make it into a different kind of device. Now you can actually do a fly from here. You can do punching from here. Okay, you can do double flies. So I'm taking both bands now, and I'm now going to do a double fly. I can also do feet next to each other, which is also more difficult, because the more you anchor yourself, the less strain or the less challenged your core is going to be. Okay, so here we can do that kind of exercise. We can also use the actual wall if we wanted to get some more anchor points. Just place our bum against it. It's a bit more isolation kind of exercise then, and a little bit more, you know, supported. But you can go heavier then. You can just put your bum there. Now the nice thing is you can go slightly downwards or slightly upwards, which also gives it incline and decline kind of feel. It's the same muscle groups that it will work. Then you can do something like a dynamic exercise where you say, you know what, I actually want to put some weight on the shoulder and do something like this. So I do a fly, and as I go, a squat, fly and a squat. So it's weighting you down the whole time, which really does increase your heart rate extremely. You can also do simulation from here, like a wall ball, which is a simulation of weight being thrown. You can say, I'm going to do a simulation, or I'm just going to do a shoulder press from here. Okay, now also you can turn around and you can do pulling kind of exercises. Okay, however, you can even do single column work. Okay, you can just say, I just want to use this column, and for instance, take it here and here. Now do flies again, punch. Okay, just go and turn around. Nice back exercise. Right, tons of things. Then you can do some tricep kind of kickbacks. If you take it here, it's quite difficult as well because it's heavy. or something like a kettlebell swing. Also, again, a simulation. Okay, you can even do something like a leg extension. Hook it in, right over there. Nice quad exercise. Or you can do leg presses. You can sit down and press from there. If you don't want to be supported, you want to be a little bit more challenged, you can actually move away from the wall and press one leg. You can press with two legs. And it's a very nice challenging core exercise. From here, obviously you can also do some nice type of, crunch work. You can put it in front of you. Very cool simulation and a lot of opportunity for you to also do different types of work. All right, so I thought just to give you some insight on resistance bands. By the way, the resistance bands also work very well when you just use it on one hook. If you were to take that off, you can actually use something like this. Take this one off, there it is off. Now I can do like an upward kind of chest exercise. I can do presses from here. I can do bicep curls, tricep pullovers. A lot of other type of exercise can come in. More a shoulder press, a squat exercise with a press. Okay, so there truly are so many exercises that you can do with mounting points that you can kind of like move around and target certain muscles. But the nice thing is, because you're standing, you're actually doing a multi-muscle activation. Core is usually always engaged. As soon as you stand up and you don't support yourself against the bench or against the wall, etc. Okay, but if you want to go heavier, you really want to isolate that muscle, you can have a bit of support with the wall and really get some nice isolation exercise on your muscle. All right, I think the last thing that I also wanted to show you was you can also use this band and double up. There you go. And you don't have to be right in front of the system. I can be standing here in training, okay? And that double up, also nice because now you have a lower point from which you start crunching. So it's a nice extended and a full movement there on your exercise. Hope you guys have enjoyed that tutorial on resistance bands and how you can use the actual system to simulate or to ultimately target the group of muscles that you want to. It's a phenomenal kind of environment, and I must say I really love it, and I hope you guys have found this insightful. Thanks for joining. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. See you next time, and remember, gym your way.